Hello, welcome back. The end of the last episode, I made the unstable cube and the unstable beacon. It's a very simple, just ender pearl with the unstable cubes, and the unstable cubes are purple petals, some obsidian, and an ender pearl. So nice cosmetic block, and the beacon is it's even nicer actually. So that's cool. I showed in the last episode, you recall, how to use the runic altar. Remember, you have to keep the you have to bind the spreader to the altar. And then as long as you keep your Wand of the Forest in hand, you'll actually be able to see a little progress wheel that will and you can make, and from there you can make the rune of air and fire and all that stuff. We also did I showed the ring of correction, the sojourner sash, Kodata for underwater movement, the mantle was for good mining. Oh, we've got two Kodata for some reason. So yeah, and I showed a few different things, and obviously we made those runes of water. And the ring of correction, very nice tool that if you want to dig up this piece of dirt here, it's going to automatically change. So we showed a few different things in that. And at the end of the episode, I said that I was going to actually look at something very, very cool. So we're looking at that. One thing I would have liked to show, the Starfield Creator. So this is actually made out of Elementian and Pixie Dust. We can't actually do that. But I have to say, it's such an amazing thing that I would like to just put this particular one in. It looks fucking awesome, and it will actually be nice for me if I'm going to play some of this stuff in night time. I may as well stick it in. So we'll just put it down here, and you can see the whole sky lights up with stars. So very nice effect that. But like I say, if you do want to get that, you're going to need Elementian and Pixie Dust. And obviously, like, the stuff we've been looking at is very much sort of this Mana Steel stuff. So you can get all the Mana Steel stuff. But Mana Steel is the first level. And obviously you can just throw in your iron and get your steel and all that stuff. And yeah, and obviously we've got the Mana Tablet. Stuff like that. So yeah, so our mana pool's looking not bad. We've got some of our flowers here. Let's finish off what we were talking about with regards to the... so do we talk about most of this? So the Black Lotus, yeah, like I said at the very beginning, you can just dump that in. I've spoken about pretty much... so this is a pretty basic thing, the flower pouch. Okay, Terra Steel. Could speak about that actually. But then we'll have to speak about Sparks, which I don't want to speak about yet either. So yeah, I'm going to try. Basically, what I'm going to try and do, incidentally, is I'm just trying to avoid talking about anything related to redstone, because obviously that's just, I don't want to talk about that. And it's not really a huge amount. But yeah, so we spoke. So like I said, what I wanted to do is talk about all the generating flowers. We spoke about Daybloom, Enderflame, Entrepinium is the TNT one. So basically, Daybloom is just your regular bog standard one. Same with Nightshade, but Daybloom and Nightshade, put them in diagonally. Daybloom is daytime, Nightshade is nighttime. Enderflame likes to eat coal. Gore Marilis likes to eat food. Steak is often very tasty. Entrepinium is a bit funny because it's TNT. So for that you might need a floating flower. It's a bit different. Hydrangea is it likes water, and I've got the setup there. The Munchdew likes to eat the leaves of the trees. And then we have Narslimus, and that one, of course, I didn't do. This is why I actually stopped, because it needs slimes from a slime chunk. So if you're not in a swamp, you're not going to get it, basically. Nightshade we spoke about. The Rosa Arcana. Because all these points players on the ground around it, turning it into mana. Okay, so this is a more interesting one. Okay, so yeah, so we just look at it. We can see again a very simple recipe with a simple rune that we can just make in the altar. So we'll get that one. That's like a good place to go. So what, can it just take some mana off me? You can see there, my mana is being drained really fast. So really good way to get... We'll know how fast it's going by how quickly this thing is actually It's weird to see in the background. I'm looking at the mana pool here, by the way. Doesn't seem to be going that fast, put it that way. So it's basically like an XP drain, one of those blocks. Although... But yeah, so we can just drain low of XP with the Rosa Arcana. Pretty cool, that one. Again, another generating flower. And that... I mean, this one is for cake, and like I said, I will do that. This one's a funny one. So again, we need Pixie Dust for this. The mana petals, of course, we just put a petal into. But yeah, we do need to make the portal to Alfheim for that. But to make the portal to Alfheim, what you need to do is you need to have Terra Steel. So, yeah. Alright, so we looked at all the generating flora. And we've basically looked at everything apart from Terra Steel wrap. Flower pouches, I'll get it anyway actually, just because I want to be a little bit... I mean, obviously this mod changes all the time, but I may as well look at it. So you can see we can store any of them in here. So if we grab some of them... well, there are actually none around unfortunately, but... yeah, if we did have some of them, they would just fill up the flower pouch. Pretty obvious stuff. So I won't focus on that. So what do I want to focus on? Well, let's think. All right, so that'll be enough. I'm not gonna just spend ages doing that. So generating flower, maybe functional flower, because we've spoken about most of these topics now. They'll drain from the mana pool and do whatever they want. They pull from the nearest pool present at the time of the flower being placed, or the closest afterwards if none was present and none are there. And you can bind them. And of course there's redstone root, which I try again not to focus on because it's not it's the least interesting thing. Alright, so you can see that the Arenicarpus, the Marimorphosis, the Bubble, the Bellthorn, the Agricarnation, the Hopperhock, those ones, they can all be made into petite flowers, which is going to lower the radius of that flower. And they use the alchemy catalyst, which I showed in a previous episode. Okay. So the Agricarnation is going to make things grow a bit faster. So we need that redstone root and the rune of spring. And we've obviously shown all this stuff. Oh, the mana petals. Did I show the mana petals? Yeah. Okay. So let's carry on with the flower stuff. So the Agricarnation. We'll go over to our hydrangea area here. Put one over here. I'm not sure that's going to be far enough. That should be alright. You can see it works. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's a well, that's a functional flower actually, isn't it? So it's not going to be generating. So we'll probably need to actually bind this. No, it seems to be alright. It seems to be working like a generating flower. Doesn't seem to need anything. So say we get our hoe area. We'll take... Is there anything we can use for this? Not really. We'll just take a normal one. And we'll see how far the seeds go here. Let's try them. So I believe these actually are draining. If you remember what I just said, basically, is that they said it's going to take it from the nearest mana pool. You can see that the tick rate is definitely high though. You can see that there's been 3 there, multiple tick updates, and you can hear that noise is actually growing this shit real fast. Okay, so there's the Agricarnation. I'm not exactly sure. I believe there is actually a way nowadays. So this is something that you should check out. And that is... how do you make the pasture seeds? So the pasture seeds, Yeah, I should have looked at this menu better actually. In the previous episode, I got to about page 80 here, but I didn't actually go down much further. Yeah, I got to this section where we're talking about burst onto diorite. So you do need different types of catalyst. I will speak about the different types of catalyst. Obviously, there's certain these mana petal stuff. This is where I got to, and then I quit. But that was probably not a good idea. Block of iron is block of mana steel. I think I may have missed a couple here. Force relay, the mana cookies. So grass is going to make pasture seeds. Dead bush is going to make boreal seeds. Mushroom is going to make infestation spores. Infestation spores. Nether quartz to mana quartz. So these are quite useful. Potato makes a tiny potato. The botanologist inkwell we've spoken about. Glass is going to make mana glass. String will make mana infused string. Glass bottle will make mana in a bowl. Let's speak about pasture seeds quickly then. Obviously I've just shown how to do them. We'll speak about some of these types of seeds. So yeah, so if you have a large area basically of dirt, so you may have the situation, right, I mean I don't actually have it here, but you may have a situation where you just have I love the ring. The ring of correction is awesome. So you may have a situation where you just have a load of dirt and you've got no grass blocks. So simply by placing one pasture seed down, you can see it's automatically going to change the whole lot. It didn't change it on this level, it didn't change that one, but it's going to change a lot of them, right? So pretty cool that. And while we're on that little, you see the thing is, the reason I wanted to do this, right, is so again we're not going to look at the world city overgrowth. Okay, interesting. No net method, so they're a drop. Okay. So sorry, what was that one? What was the one I was just done? An overgrowth seed. This thing. Okay. Let me just so obviously if you've got these things, you could probably double it. Let me just get my hoe out. Can we hoe this land? I'm not sure we can. Oh, I see. It's purely for... So what you would actually do... Oh, I see. You would actually put a functional flower here, like the Agri Carnation. And that should actually double the speed of it. Okay. And what do we have for seed? Overgrowth world. Alrighty. So let's carry on with what we were talking about, the functional flora then. So Agri Carnation is that. So yeah, again we need the redstone root for this. Doesn't look too useful. This is the sort of thing you sort of imagine some sort of well of suffering. Is it any player or just anything? Living beings, save for players. Okay, so it is like, so this is the sort of thing you would use for the well of suffering then. So if we just take a sheep then I guess. Very quick. Alright, so yeah. So that's obviously, you know, deterrent, well of suffering, anything that converts, you know, mob essence and stuff into mana you can imagine. That's the Botania version of that. The bubble, I may as well look at it actually. Placing that bolt underwater and providing it with mana, let's start to create a dome of air. Yeah, I wanted to look at this. This is a new one. There's a little one. We'll take the normal size one. Now, how are we going to actually give it mana though? I'm curious how this is actually going to even work. I feel like it's not going to. It needs constant mana. So can we just link... can I link the mana spreader, I wonder, straight to it? Seems to be going straight through it though, doesn't it? So functional flowers, they actually... they don't need to, they can't receive power directly through the mana spreaders. Oh, right. Alright, so that's not what we need to do. We'll just leave it there then for a moment. It looks full though, doesn't it? I mean, it should have something in it, you'd think. Okay, it needs a constant supply. I mean, do I need to actually create some sort of housing for this thing? I'm not sure how it really works. No, I haven't got the ring on. Bollocks. A dome of water shall keep water at bay. You see, I think I actually need to get it down in a dry spot. So for instance, right, yeah, I think I've got this. Alright, so we'll go, say we'll go here, right? And then we're going to put some stone above our head. Go down one more. We're still on dirt, good. And then if we put down our... oh, did I not fucking bring it? Ah, bollocks. That sucks. Let me do that one later. This is why I should have left those ones to the end. You know what? I think actually when I spawn it in like that, it becomes automatically full. Because it looked like it was. Yeah, it's automatically full. Let me try it. And in fact, couldn't I just plant it above water? No, it's empty now. I wonder if I can just do something really cheeky here. Oh yeah, that works. So it just needs to be drawing from a mana pool, basically. Well, that's a pretty large area when you think about it. Cool. Alright. So yeah, it needs to be constantly getting mana. Alright, that was a little bit of a waste of time. Anyway. So the Conia needs nearby sand. So if we look at the Conia recipe, again, fairly simple sort of stuff. Put one of those down. Let's start dumping some of this shit out. So we look at the Conia. So very quickly just converts it straight to clay. Very simple. The Dapper Mill now. So it's a fan. It pushes any items found in front of it. So again, you can see the sort of functional stuff of this stuff. So the Dapper Mill. Put that over here. Drop some of these seeds. Just rid of this. Is it doing anything? Alright, it's the orientation. Well, I can't actually tell all the other stuff is interfering. So let me just see where, which way it's actually emitting here. It seems to be emitting that way. Can you shift right click to change the orientation? I'm not seeing any difference here. Oh, there we go. You can see it's facing this way now. Still seems to be facing this way though. How about now? Still seems to be facing the same way. Maybe it's just a placement issue. Or is it always just faced that way? Looks that way, it's always facing that way. It's because I wasn't in function mode, that's why. Yeah, see, you have to be in function mode for all this shit. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So this is definitely the Dreadthorn. Alright, so the Dreadthorn, it will only hurt adult animals. Alright, so that's more useful. So if we get a probably actually doing an actual egg would probably be better because we're probably more likely to. What am I doing? Was that an adult? It must have been, I guess. Oh no, wait, I've got the other thing around, don't I? I've got the Bellthorn here. So the Bellthorn basically is for adult and kids, and then the Dreadthorn is its counterpart. Just hurts the adults, yeah. Okay, so we've got our furnace over here. Let's try putting this exoflame down then. So instantly the furnace lights up and this stuff starts smelting. And it's automatically drawing from the mana spreader. From the mana pool rather. Okay, that's pretty cool. And you can see I'm actually powering all this the whole time. I've just been literally just using these exoflames. Try and get another one. Alright. Cool. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for this one. So here's next one's coming up.